Hello fellow kaiju fans and express collectors. On behalf of kaiju collectors, this is Godzilla Train 1090 with a new review today. Now, in my last video I did state that this is going to be a special review. Let me explain why. It's a few reasons. Number one, my lovely girlfriend, Amber. She got this for my birthday. This is a late birthday present for me. Two, this is my third favorite Godzilla design on the planet. Only two that I think are better than this design are 84 and 89. After that, this is a beautiful Godzilla and right there with my favorites, as well as one of my favorite movies. So today, as you see, we'll be talking about the Yuji Sakai 2001 GMK Godzilla. Now, upon acquiring this release, like I said, this was a birthday present from my girlfriend. Again, thank you, Amber, for my present. I love you very much. I actually found this on Awesome Collector, as I usually do most of my stuff. Got a hold of Jason Willing, like, hey Jason, can you hold a 2001 for me? He was able to hold it for me. And then, well, my birthday, my girlfriend asked me what I want for my birthday. And I told her I want the 2001 Godzilla. She said, okay, done. 1 week later, and here he finally is in my presence. Now, for a while, I've been wanting to get a GMK, probably since I started collecting. Since, again, it's one of my favorite suits. So of course, I have to have it represent in the X Plus form. But my problem is there's so many different forms of GMK. By X Plus, I couldn't decide which one I wanted to get. I was stuck between the favorite sculpture design 25 centimeter, the original 30 centimeter figure, and this one. At first, I wasn't going to get the original 30 centimeter figure. Like, I was really close to getting that one when I started collecting. But at the end of the day, the crispness on this sculpt, it can't be matched. Even the gigantic GMK, which that's a really nice figure. But as y'all know, or in case you don't know, I'll let you know now, that's more of a stylized Godzilla figure. It's a stylized gigantic. So it's not necessarily suit accurate, which I don't know. I guess that's a big deal to me. I know other things don't really bother me when it comes to X Plus figures, but I guess it not being completely suit accurate is a little downfall for me. So I say that where everybody says that the 1975 Godzilla isn't suit accurate, which I think is blasphemous. But hey, if that's what they want to think, that's on them. But we already discussed them before, so we're not going to go there right now. So let's talk about this guy right here. So as you see, bring a little bit close to the camera. You can see the details in this figure. Of course, his white ghostly demon eyes. The signature of this Godzilla. They did this perfectly, I think. Godzilla's claws actually they're not bone white. They're more of a light gray, I guess. As far as the paint app I'm okay with that. It actually looks pretty good. I need to rewatch GMK to see if that is accurate, but I'm sure it is. Yuji Sakai is really, really, really particular when it comes to things like that. Same thing if his feet look more of a light gray, not necessarily bone white like most Godzillas. I mean, he does have a different color to him to make him stand out, but I mean, I guess besides the white eyes, I might confuse some people. I'm like, hey, why does he have white eyes? But and of course, his signature dorsal plates, which I don't know why. I really, really love the dorsal plates on GMK. I don't know why. It's a combination of the original Gojira and I guess the Heisei Godzilla spines in a sense. I don't know, but the designs and spines are just, to me, they're super, super dope. And as far as the skin texture, they usually do a really good job with that as well with most Godzillas. And I guess another thing I like about this too is he doesn't have like a super huge beer belly like he does in the movie. Well, don't get me wrong, he definitely has a dad bod, but he doesn't have like, because when I first watched GMK, I saw it on Sci-Fi, like probably some of us have if you didn't originally see it from Japan or get on DVD. I saw it on Sci-Fi on TV one day. And like that was like the first thing I noticed. I was like, God, why is he so fat? Why got that big old gigantic beer belly? But he actually did a pretty good job on not make his beer belly like obnoxiously big. Cause when after that first viewing, after that I was like, oh, he doesn't have a beer belly that bad. He has a little gut, but not big old beer belly like Homer Simpson or someone like that. But alright, if you give me a quick second, I'll bring up some more figures for a size comparison. And for the first size comparison, I've bought up my custom Mark Sang Yang figure, 1976 Kong. Now, as you see, Mark's King Kong is also 30 centimeter. But of course, as you know, usually Sakai figures usually one a little bit smaller. When you transfer them from resin to vinyl, I'm sorry. When you transfer them from resin to vinyl, there's usually shrinkage. And the only usually Sakai figure I've seen that they've kind of fixed that problem with is the 1995 Burning Godzilla. But besides that, everybody also has this little shorty. Well, I guess the 84 is pretty. It looks pretty good too, actually, as far as how tall he is. There's not. He's probably the second biggest next to the Burning Godzilla in the Sakai line. And of course, since you don't have any, or since I'm not a huge fan of Baragon, I'm not a huge fan of King Ghidorah in that movie. And Martha's cool, but I just don't have the patience to go out and go look for her. I have no ability to pair this guy. So, in my collection, he'll be a solo act. Which I can't lie, I wish I could have seen this Godzilla in action in a solo movie, because my goodness, this man was murking Tokyo. Every time he was in a new area, people are dying. And I know this is an older Kong, but this Kong is this Godzilla. That would have been pretty cool to see, I think. That would have been an interesting fight. Especially as ruthless as this Godzilla is. Because besides probably Final Wars Godzilla, this is probably one of the more ruthless Godzillas in the Godzilla fandom. I mean, there's other Godzillas. 1984 was soulless, I guess. The original Godzilla was soulless, but when you think about them, they're more just forces of nature that can't be stopped. But GMK, that man was just evil. He was just completely evil. If you've seen the movie, you already know. If you haven't seen the movie, go check it out. Like I said, it's one of my favorite movies, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Especially if you're a Gamera fan. If you're a Gamera fan, the director who did the Heisei Gamera movies, he does GMK as well. So if you're a Gamera fan, make sure you check this out, because I'm sure you see some similarities in the styles they use for Gamera translated to Godzilla. But if you give me another second, I'll do another size comparison right now. And for the next size comparison, we have the other Godzilla I have in the Millennium series. The 2019 figure of the year, the 2002 Godzilla. Now, as you see, both of these Godzillas was 1 year apart, but you can tell the differences with the designs for both Godzillas. Both look absolutely amazing. Both are two of my more favorite Godzillas, honestly. But as far as the Millennial series, I only have GMK, 2002, and Key. And if I get anything else, it'll probably be a Tokyo SOS Mothra, but if that ever comes out, we'll see what happens. But even as you see, Express has improved on their scopes. Not even just Express, but also Yuji Sakai as well. I mean, his work is flawless, but you tell between the two, there's not much of a difference. Yuji Sakai really does a really great job with his sculpting and making the figures look as suit accurate as possible, and capturing scenes from movies. I'm not sure what scene this was from. I need to research it and find out. If anybody knows, just let me know in the comment section. But as you see, the time that Yuji Sakai takes in the scopes is just flawless. But I'll go and give you my final thoughts on the 2001 Godzilla right now. As far as the 2001 Godzilla, if I had to rank him, he's probably a solid, probably 8 out of 10. Yeah, that's fair. I can give him an 8 out of 10. He fits well in my collection. I'm really happy I have him. I like him a lot. There are other Yuji Sakai figures that I like way more. So that's probably why I give him that ranking. I can name 3 off the top of my head, but we'll say that for another video. But yeah, this is a really great scope. It's still actually affordable to find in the aftermarket somewhat. Because I know how some figures kind of blow up and skyrocket in price in the aftermarket. With GMK, he's not that bad. Don't pay way too much for him. Keep it reasonable. But if you have to pay a little bit of a premium to get this guy, make sure you take a grab at it. Especially if you're a GMK fan. I will not stress that enough. If you're a GMK fan, go get this figure immediately, as soon as willing as you can. Don't like miss your Morris to go get this Godzilla or anything like that. But he's a really great scope. He's a really great figure. And since I've had him, I can't keep my eyes off of him. But that's all I got for tonight, guys. I have no idea what my next figure review is gonna be. I may take a small break from X Plus, review some of my older stuff in my collection. Possibly do another movie review. I'm thinking Godzilla Raids again, or Gigantus the Fire Monster. Jesus Christ, title. Anyways. But I think that'll be next. I'll probably do a movie review next, more than likely. But, alright guys, I'll let you take a look at them for a little bit longer, and y'all have a great night.